And we should be live. Hey, how are we going? I hope my sound is synced with my voice. I've been just messing around a little bit here trying to get this YouTube live stream to happen and trying to do the voice with the face. I know when you watch a video on YouTube and the sound is not synced with the voice, it is extremely annoying. So what I want to do in this training session is I want to have my voice syncing in with my lips, and that way we'll make it a better experience for you and hopefully make a bit of a difference. Now, I am going to skip the introduction here, all the welcome stuff. If you know me, I'm Matthew McDonald. I've been doing internet marketing for a long time, but I want to get straight into the content. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be talking about the plugins business. I'm going to be sharing a strategy that not many people are doing it right. Some people are dabbling in it, but not doing it right. And this strategy can increase your results phenomenally. So what I've got a couple of cards with me here just to keep me on track, because if I'm just talking to the camera and I've got a few slides and stuff and going for it, chances are I'm going to get off the track. So I know your time is valuable, and I need to get to bed eventually here as well. It's really late Saturday night here in Perth. You know, when you got kids, sometimes you got to do stuff after the kids go to bed. And you've got a wife, you've got to do stuff after the wife goes to bed. So that's what we're doing here. And hopefully you guys in America, this is working for you. So I've got a couple of notes here to keep me on track. And my goal here today, it is to absolutely make a difference for you this coming week with your business. So many people, they get stuck doing the same things again and again, and at the end of the week you're asking yourself, why am I still doing this garbage? Why am I still jumping from one thing to another, or why I haven't done what I wanted to do? And so what we want to do here today is I want to give you something rock solid that you can use, and then I'm going to stick as much as I can to these cards. I'm actually not very good at taking notes. When I got married, my you do a speech. My wife sort of freaked out when I got to do the speech. I pulled out a little scribbled piece of square paper and had some scribbles on there, and that was my speech. But that's generally how I do it. So these will just here keep me on track so I can deliver something. Now up your end, if you've got any distractions, don't multitask during this training, because I'm only going to be saying stuff once. I'm going to be going straight through this, and the only way you're going to get value from today's session, if I've got your attention, I'm going to be with you 100%, and I just need you to be with me 100%, and then this is going to pay off for you. So let's skip the start, and the first thing I want to just bring into our attention here is this. You know, we get busy doing stuff, and let's say you're running your business. You might already be in the plugin business, or you might be creating ebooks or other kind of products, or you might have an offline business and you're looking for ways to generate extra income from your business. Software and plugins are a fantastic way to do that. And what if you could clone yourself? What if, when you're going through your day and you are super busy doing everything, what if you could have two people like you doing it at the same time, at the office or wherever you work from? You'd get more done, wouldn't you? Well, what if there was three of you? What if you could double clone yourself, and at the end of the day, those two others go away? But what if you could double clone yourself and you're all doing the same work? Do you think you would get a lot more work done? Well, I know I would, because I keep running out of time. So what I'm actually going to show you today is how to take one plugin, let's say a $50 plugin, really practical stuff, and how to not double the results from that plugin, but how to 50 times the results of selling that plugin. So that might be your own plugin, it might be somebody else's plugin, but often people don't realize where the money is in plugins. It's not in the initial sale, and it's not always in some high ticket offer, but it's in the whole process. And so what I want to do today is I want to give you an introduction into what it means to take a product. And if you saw Lead Rush, that's what I'm doing. You can't buy Lead Rush, I'm not selling it. I did that as an example to show how you take a brandable product, or you take any product. If you create your own products, that's awesome. If you can't create, or if you're new to creating your own products, then there's nothing wrong with starting with a branded product, but you've got to make it your own. So what you need to do, actually I'm going to get into the content. I'm already side railing here, so I'm going to check my cards here. And yes, I almost forgot. I got some emails that have come in today with questions. Thank you for your response. I've got them over there on my iPad. So towards the end of this training session, I'm going to cover every email with a question. I'm going to be covering that. And if you didn't get your question in, then you missed out. Any questions that came in, I will cover them. And the first thing I want to talk to you about is a little bit about the plugins versus e-products or information products. Well, plugin is an e-product. So you might be thinking, you know, what's the pros and cons? What do I want to do? E-product, like an information product, maybe an audio or a video or an ebook, or should I get into the software plugin business? Now, let me tell you, I spend time in both of these worlds, and I'll tell you, I love them both. But the problem I find sometimes with the information product is you've got to be really good at something, you know? You've got to be really good at something to sell your stuff. And that's not to discourage you, or that's not to think, you know, I don't think I'm a loser or anything. I think I do things pretty well. But when you compare that to a plugin or a software that solves a problem so easily, you don't really have to sell it. So for instance, let's do it this way. If you're doing an information product on how to make something, how to do something, then that's a lot of effort, and you've got to sell yourself that you really are the right person, and you've really got to get them to experience the results and everything, how amazing this information is going to be for them. Now that information might be super valuable, but you've got to be able to communicate that very effectively, and you can do it. And if you do it with video. It is so much more fun and so much more effective. That's one thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. You should do that. But when we're talking about plugins, once you understand the plugin business, a lot of those pressures go away, because now it's not about you anymore. It's not saying, I'm so great, you've got to buy my product, you've got to let me show you how to do something. You've taken yourself out of that equation, and now you're saying, hey, here's this thing that generates that result. So basically, you know, if you have this problem, or if you're doing this over and over again, and I'll actually dive into a little bit of sales today. Nothing scary. If you're doing this thing, then take a look at how much easier it is to do it with this thing, and basically demo. Now what I did with Lead Rush 24, I made a squeeze page in a few seconds pretty much. I just made a really quick video, no scripting or nothing, and I basically just had a little bit of an offer script there to get people to opt in, and just showed them the product in action. Now that's a great way to get somebody to try it if they understand the need, or if the product solves a problem, then you can just do a product demo and you often have people's attention. So you see the difference here. Information product, you've got to sell yourself. Plugins and software, you basically got to show, hey, check this thing out, how it works. Now, we'll talk a little bit more about that, but that's one reason why I like plugins. The other thing, self-develop, or should I outsource, should I brand, should I do whatever else? It depends on your experience. So for instance, I've been creating plugins, I've been coding for maybe 17 years now, since about 2001. So for me, it's natural to create my own products, and I find it very hard to find the right people to code for me. So I kind of do it for myself. I actually love doing it as well. So for me, it's natural to code my own products. Now, from a business perspective, that's not a fantastic decision to code your own products. Absolutely not. But it's working for me and I love doing it, so I'm still doing it. But I won't always be doing it. For somebody who is new to creating plugins, if you're actually creating the plugin to sell it, it better be good, because otherwise you're going to spend the rest of your life fixing it and having complaints, and that's if you can actually sell it. So for somebody like that to jumpstart, then it is absolutely great to get a ready branded product. And the difference with a white label and a branded product, now I sell some white label products, I sell some branded products, and the worst thing that I see people do, and this is stupid, and I hope I haven't offended you if you do this. Some people, they buy like a branded or a white label product, and they will sell it for the minimum. They'll sell it for $1 or $2 with all the premium features and all the special features. And they're out there wondering why they don't make any money. Because they think, first of all, they don't understand the product, they don't understand the value in the product, and they don't actually understand what a product is. It's not even about the product. But they have this idea that they have to be the cheapest and the lowest and the scummest of all of them, and then somebody's going to go ahead and give them $2 for the product. And some people will. But a lot of those people are not always the best customers. So what we will do today is we're going to shift our thinking a little bit. And I'm not here to offend anybody, absolutely not. I'm here to encourage people. But what I want to do here today is shift our thinking to understand the true value of a product or a service and why we actually do it. Now, I've got to stick on these notes because we're going to go way too long if I do this. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you my experience, and with that, we've got to move you from the people who don't know what's going on to the people that know what's going on. So here I've got know and don't know. If you don't know what I'm about to tell you, you get symptoms, you get struggle, you get distractions, you find it really hard to focus because you don't understand how the business works, and you end up working really hard for very little results. And oftentimes, when people don't really know what they're doing, they end up doing different things every week. So it's like starting again. If you imagine like an Olympic athlete who decides to change their sport every week, you'd never compete like that. So what you've got to do is you've got to value your previous experience, you've got to value your previous efforts, and you've always got to be working to build on that. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how you do that with one single plugin and how we actually times the value of a single plugin by 50. So if you've ever sold a plugin and it was one sale or it was one version of the plugin, I'll actually show you how I create multiple versions from one single plugin, then you haven't even scratched the opportunity of the plugin business. Now, If you know what we're going to be covering here today, obviously it's going to make you smarter, but it gives you a focus. So it gives you a focus and a confidence. One of the worst things with internet marketing is people don't focus. That's why I do most of my work away from the computer. I'm just like everybody else. I suffer from being able to focus. So I work at it really hard. And what I actually do is I think about train tracks and train tracks in my mind. And actually, when I started doing this exercise, I was doing it with a pen, and I would just, like a crazy person, I would just draw a line across a page, just an A4 page, and just try to keep my focus on that line. And then taking that same thought, train of thought, that's funny, taking that train of thought and then applying it to my business. So when I'm working on an activity, I'm like holding myself in that thought. And I usually try to go for 2 hours. I don't really, obviously you can't focus for 2 hours, but doing the one activity, I have different milestones. About an hour and 45 minutes, I feel like I lose it a little bit. But I'll work in 2-hour units, and then I revamp and re-go again. So what we want to do is we want to keep our focus, and what we're going to do is do it with one plugin. We're going to focus into one plugin in this example, and we're going to have a look at all the different opportunities inside that one plugin. Because if you go ahead and, okay, you made a sale, you've got a customer. Now you think, hey, I need to sell something else. So you go and look for another plugin. This is a mistake. And then you sell that plugin for $20 or $50. Then you go around and you have to look for another plugin. And then before you know it, you're caught in this thing where you've got to just relaunch all the time and create new launches and new products and find affiliate offers, because you've run out of value. You're not delivering value anymore. And also for the person who's bought the plugin, the problem for them is that they don't realize the true value in that plugin. So anyway, I'm trying to cram a lot into today, so I can't go into that too much. But let's keep going on. And what I want to do next is I'll actually give you some practical examples here. What have I skipped here? Okay, just a couple of the problems. So just for those of you that, I don't know about you, if you're starting out a little bit or you haven't been in the plugin business for a while and you've got some white label products or brandable products, some of the problems that you might run into are, well, actually you think of a product as a product. So a product, it's never about the product. When we're in business and we talk about products and services, we have to always remember that the business is not about the products or services. Those products or services are just there to deliver a different outcome, a different experience. So especially if you start creating your own products or if you're branding your own products, you think people are buying the product. They're not buying the product. They don't want your product. They're not buying you. They're not buying your product. They're buying a different experience. So we'll touch on this a little bit later as well, if we have the time. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch. Hopefully this will go smoothly. And we'll take a look at the lead rush. I'll show you the plugin, and then I will take you on the whiteboard to demonstrate this, and I will show you the difference about creating a whole business from that one plugin that somebody might go out there and sell for $20 or $30. I'll show you how you can create an entire business from any one plugin and sell it for up to $2,000 and more $4 a pop. So there are different sales on the way. So let's go to my computer screen here. Lead rush example. All right. So the reason why this is a good example is because everybody in business needs leads. If they don't realize the value of a lead, they think they need traffic. Nobody actually needs traffic. Traffic is never the problem. I've never, ever had a problem with traffic. I've never met a successful internet marketer who has a problem with traffic unless they're selling a traffic course. That's an exception. But traffic is not the problem. And when people, let me just come back. I need to cover this. I had an email about this. Actually, I had an email about this morning. Let's settle the traffic thing for once and for all. I'm not going to say this again, hopefully. If you write me an email and say, traffic, yeah, this is all great, but traffic is the problem, then I'm going to reply and say, okay, show me where you're going to send that traffic. There should be one place that you know straight away where your traffic goes. That should be a squeeze page. And I'm not saying you need to set up multiple squeeze pages, but when you understand marketing, a lot of internet marketers don't understand the marketing part of that internet marketing title. There's marketing involved. When you understand marketing, then you have to understand the funnel, and you have to understand that traffic is never a problem. And if you go to anybody and say traffic is the problem, you better have a really good place where you would send that traffic immediately. One place. So before people complain about traffic, they need to have one place where that traffic goes. Okay, let's get back on track. I don't want to lose too many friends here. So this is lead rush. The reason this is a good product is because it solves a problem, period. Anything that saves time or saves money or a combination of both is usually a product that you can sell. The alternative to that is a product that maybe feeds somebody's ego. That might also sell. But generally what I go for are products that I use to save time or to save money, to automate some process. So using software, we can create value because we can automate different things that would take us time or money. The mistake newbies make, and I hope you're not making this mistake, is that they think they're going to get something for nothing. You're never going to get something for nothing. So with any tool that's of real value, please remember this. Any tool that you buy that's really going to generate a lot of value for you, generally will not do everything for you. There's going to be an element of work involved. For example, Lead Rush 24, which I'm not selling. You can't buy this. I'm not selling it to you at the end of the thing. So let's put in here consulting. I hit search, and instantly I have names, email addresses, and phone numbers. Somebody will say, well, there's an email missing there. Well, they're the ones you don't look at. You look for the opportunities. You don't look for the not opportunities. Yes, there's no email there, but there's no email down the side here either, is there? There's emails there. And besides, this phone number is going to be more valuable than the email. You've got to look at leads as real people. You don't look at them as numbers. So if you've got a special pack that gives you, let's say, 500 search results, that should keep you busy for quite a while if you're calling up those leads yourself. If you're just sending them an email, a mass email, and moving on, you don't understand how you approach leads. You don't understand how business works. So first of all, if I was to call these leads, this is not on my notes, I'm a little bit off topic here, but I would actually go and look at their Facebook page, and what I might do is I might get involved in a conversation today, and I would mark to contact them a couple days later. Otherwise, if I was to call them, I would take a look at their Facebook page. That's going to be more up to date than their website. You get often more value from their Facebook page, unless you're selling web services, which is another story. I would look at their Facebook page at what's going on, and I would start with that. I would start the conversation with that. So this is something, if you imagine how long it takes for you to actually go through Facebook and get all these details which are valuable, then this product is saving time and it's saving money. Now, a product like this, I could sell for $50, I could sell it for $20, I could sell it for $1. I wouldn't be losing money. But the value in this product is not in the initial sale. It's turning this product, which is actually solving a problem, this is a solution, we want to turn this into a business. So how do we do that? I think that takes us to our next step. And we're back, and let's see. Yeah, I'm still synced. I think my voice is there synced. So that's the plugin. Now let's talk about this. Let's say you've got this plugin. How are you going to make money with it? You're going to put it on JVZoo, which you can. But what I'm here to talk to you today is about licensing. So let's go to the whiteboard. Let me take you with me. Go for a little bit of a walk here. Actually, I had some markers here. I used to have a wireless microphone, but I stopped using them because you're always picking up side noise, and I can't stand side noises with microphones. Okay, let's see if I can fit myself in the picture here. I would not be much of a marketer if I was just showing you the whiteboard. I need to make sure that we've got a connection going on. Don't want to lose you there. Just checking on the screen. All right, I think I'm in the picture there. So, let me give you a little bonus teaser here before I show you the product. This one's for free. So a product, let's put P for product there. A product, what is a product? Well, I'm going to give you a slightly different definition here. A product is a container of value. It's like a ball of value. If it doesn't have value, if it doesn't have a different experience for someone else, it's not a product. So a product is when we're able to package value. In this case, it's a plugin, a digital plugin. We might zip it up. It's a package of value that's going to make a difference. So then we want to understand marketing. What is marketing? Well, it's taking that value to the marketplace. When we take the value to the marketplace successfully, then we get somebody's attention and we move that prospect, or we move that from that tension all the way to a repeat buyer or a repeat customer that talks well about our business. So that process or that roadmap that has several stops along the way, that's marketing. So first you've got to have some sort of a solution to a problem. That's your product, that's your value. Then the marketing is getting that into people's hands. Now, if you're not able to give the product away, you're not going to be able to sell it. So if you're creating your own products and you're new to it, you want to possibly start by seeing if you can give it away. And not give it away to people so they just take it to be polite, but you need to get people to use it. If you can get people to use it for free, you can definitely get people to buy it. No, they're just using it because it's free. Yeah, maybe they are using it because it's free, but if somebody is getting benefit from it, they are trading their time to even look at it, then it has some value and there are people that will pay for it. So that's the product, that's the marketing, and then here's the S, the scary one. Sales. You have to understand sales. Let me give you a slightly different definition of sales. So sales is a proposal of exchange. That's the definition I'm giving you today for sales. Sales is a proposal for exchange. So let's say you're selling something for money. Let's say $50. So I'm selling something. I have something of value here. I've got a plugin. And if you can't give the plugin away for free, then you're not going to probably be able to sell it. But if you can give it away. So I'm proposing, this is a proposal. This is not manipulating somebody to buy something. I'm proposing an exchange. So I'm proposing that, hey, it would be a really good idea for you to take this and in exchange for $50. They give you $50. It's not about the $50. That $50 represents everything that they like in their life that they can get for $50. So if they like going out for dinner, that $50 represents dinner for them. And another tip, if you're dealing with customers that are less influent or they are not so rich, then for them, saving money is more interesting. If you're talking to somebody who's wealthier or more successful, then they are more interested in saving time. So you use your language a little bit different. But a sale is nothing dirty. It's a proposal of exchange. So here I want to give you this value. Would you give up that value for me? Whatever that represents. If you understand these three, that's all you need to build a successful business. With these three in place, and then just being fully focused, like I mentioned about the train tracks, focusing your daily activities that build on yesterday's activities, and you quickly build a successful business. So let's get to the part we're all here for, which is, let me flip this over. I'm not going to start doing the whiteboard wiggle for you, which is to turn a $50 plugin into a real business. So let's try this, for instance. Can you see that? It's a little dot there. That's your product. Okay, I'll use a red one, just in case you've got a smaller screen there. Now stay with me because we're getting somewhere here. This is your product, your plugin. This is your business now we're talking about. You are getting into the software business finally. And you're getting the right information right now, how to turn that idea or that desire you've got. It's not a wasted desire, it's there for a reason. how to turn that into a real business. This is how you do it. You don't do it by getting lots of products. You do it like this. So first of all, you sell that to a customer, and here's what most people will do. Then they go, okay, what else can I sell? Okay, here's another product. Oh, okay, that one sold well. Let's try that product over there. Okay, let's get another product here. And then by the end of the month, the end of the week, some people end of the day, we got product this, we got product that, we got product that, we got product this. And then this product is getting attention, this one's, and they're pulled in all these different directions. Now, for you to manage these products is twice the work, and all you're getting is maybe twice the return. So you're not growing, you're just working twice as hard. You might be making twice as much money, but you're working twice as hard. That's not what we want. We want our income to grow, to grow, to grow, and our working to become more consistent. Now, just because you become better at this doesn't mean you stop working. You keep working. Trust me, you keep working. Then you can sell out if you wanna, go home and think about being at home. I'm home now, actually. This is pretty good. So that, instead of doing that, let's do this. So let's start again. Here's our product, our $50 plugin. Now, instead of looking for another product to buy, we're going to think about what would be another type of license for that product. Okay, now what is a license? A license gives both exclusivity and a more specific need of that product for a very specific person. So if you've got 10 customers, those 10 customers will have a slightly different need for that product. So if you can isolate the different needs for that product, then you can create different packages of that product. And that's even before adding different features. That's just having a different purpose for that product. Okay, then we have another plugin there. I mean another license. Same plugin, another license. Same plugin, another license. Same plugin, another license. Same plugin, another license. So now we've got 5 different licenses for the one plugin, and it's like having 5 different products, but our focus is in that one place, and that gives us exponential success with this product and with our mind. You know what else? We become the best at this product. So what if it's a branded product or a white label product? Yes, there are some disadvantages there compared to making your own product, but all you have to do is you have to make that different. You have to make it different, not cheaper, different. You can make a difference in your service. You can make the difference in the target. So if you, for instance, have a certain experience, let's say you come from a background of accounting. I've got a brother who comes from accounting. I've got a few brothers. Then you would communicate this product and package, and everything about this product would be for an accountant. If you're a teacher, maybe you have a particular thing you teach, you create that product for the teacher. If we take Lead Rush 24, for instance, well, it could be finding leads for somebody. It could be finding students for somebody. It could be finding partners for somebody. It could be finding clients for somebody. You could take any industry, and I always say, look at your past experience. What have you done that you've actually made money? Who's paid your bills for the last few years? Well, you have. Well, where did that money come from that you built, paid your bills with? So you're obviously creating some value somewhere, even if you're employed. So you're creating value for the company, and you know that, because if you stop creating value, you're out. Or if somebody else comes and creates the same amount of value for less, or even same, you're out as well. So here we go. Couple of tips there, but this is where it's at. And when you build a solid system like that, then you can go and start to build another system. I'm going to run out of these magnets. Is that even in the screen? No, it's not. There we go. Building another planet here. And I'll talk about the money in a moment. Beautiful flowers, aren't they? So that's how you do the licensing. And let me give you an example with the dollars, for instance. And then I'll actually show you what I did with the last example. So here we go. Here's our plugin. Let's say this is Lead Rush 24. Here we have a starter pack. Actually, no, we have a free pack. So we have a free pack, which is 24 hours. That's quite faded, isn't it? It's a little bit out. Okay, doesn't matter, you can see. I'll switch this. So we've got one license that's free. And basically that's the one I had there for people to opt in. I didn't have to do a lot of work to get people to opt in, and opt-in rate was about 30%. Now a lot of those people are from my own list, so I'm always expecting a high opt-in ratio, but still that's good news for me. I don't always get that good opt-in rates. So here we go. We've got a free package. They get 24 hours use for free. Then the software or the plugin closes and they have to buy to reactivate it. 24 hours free. So this is some value here, and we get a lead into the business. We're going to come back to this in a moment. I'll show you something cool. And this, I might do that. Next, we might have an entry level. Let's say this one's $10. I think I did $7.99, and there's a reason I used that number, and it's not because other internet marketers use 7, and it's not even the number 7. I said it's $7.99. And those of you who've been in my membership know why I use that number. So $7.99, and we might call this an icebreaker offer. We might call it a first transaction. And basically we just want to know, is this person serious enough to pull out a credit card? That's all that matters with that. So we're never making money with these low price offers. So this can be for everybody, okay? Then you might have another one that's going to be, let's say, $99. And this is probably going to be the fairly common one that people use, and you might do it monthly if it's something like this. If it's just a download plugin, it depends on your audience, then you can do a one-time purchase. If you're dealing with offline clients, then you need to be charging monthly for those services, and you need to be asking at least 3 times as much. You need to include the value that you bring in with the one-on-one contact. That's extremely valuable to them. So let's say you do that for $200 or $300 per month, and you install that plugin for them, and once a month you say, how are you going with it? Well, for that you would be charging a couple of $100. Then let's say we have a developer license, and I'm going to just put it at $197 here. And there is a whole topic about what people think a developer license is, but I don't have time to go into it in this video. You might have a student version as well. You might have an enterprise. So you might add some extra features into the same plugin. And you really need to pay attention, because I'm going to tell you some really cool stuff next, right now, like after I write this. So we've got the enterprise package. with the enterprise package, we are targeting corporations or people that use it with teams, and I could easily charge $9.97 for it or $4.99. So depending on who I'm dealing with, I want them to be able to approve the transaction on the spot. And then you can also have packages for small business owners that have sales teams. So a small business owner with, let's say, 2 to 5 sales reps, you can create a custom package for those people, and there's tons of them out there, and they love custom packages. People love when you understand their situation. And here's the thing, if you already know this product and you spend all your time understanding the different people that are fit for the product and create a custom license package for them, they're going to love you for it because nobody out there is doing it. So that's how you do that. Now, there's one more thing I should tell you about this. When you have a customer that bought a product X, let's say they bought the entry-level product. For me to introduce, you're just not really seeing it, are you? There we go. Entry-level product. So for me to get a second transaction, which I really want, I want a second transaction from this customer. That's the marketing process and sales working together. For me to introduce a different product, now I have to do a lot of pitching again because this is a different idea. This is a different product. They're not sold on this product yet. They're already sold on this product. So for me to bring this product in here at $100, whereas just selling this license here at $99, $100, or bringing a whole new product for $100, it's easier to move this customer here than it is to move this customer here. So we want to utilize our efforts as good as possible. Now, should I have a quick water break? 20-second water break. Not toilet break, water break, and then we're going to keep going. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to jump back on the computer. I will just really quickly show you with, actually I'll leave that one there. And I will switch you over to my mind map here. There we go. This is generally how I will lay out a project, just so I've got everything in the one place. So here we've got the Lead Rush 24 packages. So that's where I'll put the different licenses. With this one, we had the free package. We had a starter package, that was our first transaction. And then we've got a Business Pro package, which I broke up into 2 different packages. I had a standard and a plus. And then I also had a deluxe upgrade, which was the 500 searches. Now you don't give away everything at first. You only give what you need to give to get the first transaction, and then you can add to it. You don't want to overwhelm people with your products. They've never seen your product, they don't know your product. Don't overwhelm them. Start them on something basic and simple, and when they get competent using it, then you can introduce these other offers. Now, I want to show you, take a quick peek at what we've got here. So this is my squeeze page. We can see we've got the headline there. We've got a video, and then when they click this, we get an opt-in form. So this is my free offer. Now look at this, this is so cool. There's more value here. So for instance, I can actually package this squeeze page with the free offer as an offer in itself. So let's say for some other internet marketer that was struggling, having a hard time putting a high converting squeeze page together, maybe they didn't have any good report or they just found it hard to generate leads, well, you could sell them this squeeze page package that they can then use to capture their own leads. Or then you could even create your version of the plugin and add a little advertisement for them inside their plugin and call it a sponsored plugin. Now, if you wanted to take this front end offer and the plugin and the upsell and then sell it as a business package, now you can already looking at $1,000 offer. Then if you take that and actually put it on a website and sell the whole system, well, now you might be looking at $5,000. So you can see with the one plugin, you can keep going bigger and bigger, and you're solving different types of problems using the same plugin, using the same product. And that's going to help you a little bit with thinking outside the box. So you want to start with something that you can give away, and if you can give it away, then you can sell it. And what I want to do is I actually want to help you create the whole system. So not just a product to give away, but actually what it takes to build a business. Now I see so many different offers on the Warrior Forum or Warrior Plus or JVZoo. I don't really buy them and that sort of thing, but I see them there. And just from the offer pages, I know that people are buying these products with completely unrealistic expectations. And yes, fair enough, a lot of the people, vendors that sell those products, I'm sure a lot of them are getting results, but it doesn't mean that if you read their ebook or if you buy their course that you're going to get the same results. Everybody has different circumstances, everyone has different experience. There's too many variables for that. But when it comes to the plugin and software business, this is something you can learn. It's like driving a car. You can learn how to drive a car. Doesn't mean you know how to drive a car, but if you commit yourself over a period of time, you can learn to drive a car. You can learn to fly a plane. Well, making money is a teachable skill, and making money in the plugin business is extremely lucrative, and it's a very teachable skill. And the cool thing about it is you don't have to learn to code. If you want to learn to code, that's a really long road if you're starting now, and I don't know if that's the best option. But if you want to make money in the software business, whether you're online or offline, this is a fantastic opportunity. I mean, I don't have to mention, look at Bill Gates. What's he into? He's into software. Software is everything, and software is replacing a lot of jobs. Sometimes it might be a little bit unfortunate, but we have to go where the opportunity is. So what I want to do is I want to bring my experience and expertise in this area, and I want to make it available to you. And what I've got going at the moment, it's called a Software Profits Master Program. It's all about plugin business, how we make money in the plugin business, and putting that into a workable system. So there's 3 different components, and what I want to do now, since we've gone through a bit of training here, is I want to just quickly take this opportunity and tell you about it and see if you want to be a part of it. If you want to be a part of it, you can jump on board straight away, and we're actually starting this week on Monday with the Software Profits Master Program. Now, instead of doing some weekend course or some product video course that you download or something, this is the complete system. Once you have this system, you don't need any other products. It's the one and only system that you can follow step by step, that tells you everything you need to know about building a software business. The other cool thing about doing it now is I'm recording this as I'm doing it. So you are getting the training as I'm teaching it. It's not like some yesterday's training or some past training. You are getting this training. I'm basically giving you everything you need to make money in the software and plugin business. So I've got a couple of notes here about it. I'll just go through this. I'll read some of these out here for you, so you know what's to go. I'll also put some information on this web page, or put a link up so you can see what's going on. And the main thing here is that everything is included. So once you're in this program, it's a little bit like a complete education and hands-on experience that gives you what you need to actually succeed in this business. Now, it gives you the skill set. I'll read some of this out just so I don't miss anything here. Basically, yeah, it gives you the skill set to make money on demand with both plugins in the offline business as well as the online business, and gives you a jump start to get started. Now, the whole program, it goes for 90 days. So it's a 3-month program, and it's broken up into 3 different stages. The first month, which is stage 1, is the product month. So we learn everything about the product. And the cool thing about it is when we're learning about the product, we actually build, we get your product set up. Now, we're not about coding, I already mentioned that, but there's a lot more about the product that you have to know if you're going to make money selling products. So we are going to spend an entire month, and what I've got here is month 1, learn products. You will master creating winning from the start. Now let me just bring up a slide here for you. I've got a slide on this one. So there we go. We'll go through the program here. Month 1, learn the product. Everything to master creating a winning product from the start. So basically the goal here is for you to get this nailed down so you understand online products and creating software products, either to sell online or offline, or even doing both. So this section, it'll take us 4 weeks to cover it. Everything you need to know about products. And the reason I do this first is it will put you on the same page with me, and it's going to serve us as a master foundation, so when we get to the money part, we're all ready to go. And what's really cool about this section is you actually get a branded plugin in this section. So I showed you today how you take one plugin and you create multiple plugins from that one plugin. Well, I've got a tool called Mastery Labs Agent, which is designed for agents to convert one plugin into multiple different licenses. You get that as well as a brand new plugin that is going to be very sellable. Let me quickly show you the actual plugin that brands the plugins, because we've been talking about the licenses. So really quickly here, there we go. So here we can see ML Agent, and basically you'll get your own product. Only you have that product. We will ready brand it for you. And this plugin you'll have on your own site. And from here, you'll be able to create different license packages. So in this example, I've got Lead Rush 24, and I created the free leads, the Business Pro and the Business Pro Plus package. If we take a look at the packages, from here, you can actually create your packages with different restrictions, license requirements, different domains, expiry. This is awesome. If you've ever struggled with list building, you're gonna love being able to give away free plugins to build your list. It's awesome. It solves that problem straight away. Search results, different results. Here, save license, download plugin. So with this tool, it's this easy to convert the plugin into multiple different packages like we did with the different licenses. So this, along with your branded plugin, which is everything you need to move to month 2, is included in the first month of the program. Now in the second month, month 2, just bring that back up. There we go. So month 2, this is excellent. This is basically your 30-day internet marketing MBA. And we've got rid of all the time-wasting parts and just give you the meat and potatoes of what you need to make money online. Now we are building on month 1, and that's really what I was stressing for you, that when you build your business, you need to be building it from the ground up. And month 2, now we've got the product. Now we need to understand how do we get the product into the market, and how do we get people moving through the marketing process, first of all of getting your product, and then moving to repeat purchases and high ticket items. You've got to keep in mind that traffic is never the problem. And after this month, traffic will never be a problem for you. So we'll get all of that set up for you. Let's see what we've got here. So you will never buy another internet marketing product again. This is going to be the most eye-opening, life-changing part of this course that will change the way you see the internet and business forever. So yeah, and this is basically, yep, it's the real stuff. It gives you hands-on system and strategies to succeed, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, look at this. By the end of month 2, so this is about 8 weeks now into it, we will have a business plan and a marketing process ready for you. With most internet marketers, they don't get this part and they wonder, why am I constantly getting distracted? Why am I jumping from one thing to another? They never put a plan together. And it's not complicated, but it needs to have the right components. So in the marketing part of this course, we actually build you a business plan and a marketing strategy map and show you exactly how to follow this to build your business. So any deviation from this, when you get distracted, different offers come up, or you get an email, or you see some hype about a new launch, you look at your business plan and you say, does this help? Does this fit into my business plan? Does this look like it's part of my marketing strategy? And if it's not, you just let that go, because that business plan is what's going to anchor you and take you to your destination. You don't have to have this same problem over and over again of starting again, figuring it out again. Every month you can be further along. And that's what a business plan is there to help you do. It gives you a clear vision to help you keep moving forward. Let's go to month 3 here. Sales, directing money into your way. And this is awesome, because sometimes people flip out about sales, but the truth about sales is the only time money is coming towards you is when a sale takes place. Now, all the hard work is gonna pay off in month 3. Now, if we go back here, month 2, we did the marketing and strategy. 1 month. Month 1, we learned the product. So when we've got this stuff ready, set up, now we can just focus on sales and let the business do what a business is meant to do, and that's grow. So when we get to this stuff, we know exactly where that traffic is going, and we're generating sales. We start making money. But see, you don't make money in a weekend. You need to have everything in place. And now we are building on the previous 2 months, and now we're making money. So we've got the right product, we've got the business plan and the marketing process, and now it's time for you to get paid. And as I kind of mentioned earlier, the word sales, sometimes it puts people off, but you will learn here, what you will learn here is how we serve more people better and position yourself to have more people giving you more money more often. And this is the payoff. So we are serving people with our product or service, or products and services, and we're positioning ourselves to get more people to give us more money. Now, you've heard the saying, if you want to get something you've never had before, you're going to have to do something you've never done before. Yeah? So this is why this is a 3-month program, because change is not automatic and it takes effort and guidance. It takes the right information and often at the right time. So what we've got here is the right information. And if you are ready to change and learn this business, this is right time for you. So you're not here by accident, you know. You're watching this video right now, this is not by accident. So I don't want to make this decision for you, but if you are going to join me in this, then this needs to be the one decision that you make, and it's going to affect your future and destiny. So maybe take a deep breath and ask yourself if this is something that you want to be a part of. Could this be what you've been waiting for? And if you can see yourself doing it. Now, while you do that, let me cover the refunds, because I know some people out there are going to be asking about what about the refund policy. So what I want to do with the refund is this. Instead of not giving you a refund at all and saying just jump in the deep end and expecting you to take all the risk, I don't want to do that. But I don't want to put a 30-day refund, because then you're going to be thinking about refunding the first month, and I need you to feel committed to be in the program. We've got to get over these speed humps. I don't want you back here in the same problems, the same issues, the same getting distracted from one offer to another next month and the month after that. We have to finish all that. So to do this, here's what I want to propose to you. That I'll give you a refund guarantee. Instead of 30 days, we do the full 90-day program. And this way we both lock in on this program. The content, it's video format. So every week you have one main training video. I'm going to do additional videos, but there's a weekly training video. Every week you have a new training video, and then you go to work with that video, and we do Q&A that week as well. So if you have any questions about the product or about this and that, we get that answered that week, so that the following week we're all up to speed. I don't want you to be thinking about last week when we're doing this week. So with that in mind, we don't want you to be thinking about refunds. So commit to it, go through the program, then at the end of the program, if you say, hey Matt, this was not for me for whatever reason, hey, I don't like it, I don't like you, just be nice about it. But whatever the reason, just hit me up for the refund, and I will give you the refund, no questions asked. That's the deal here, and I think that's fair enough. So if that sounds good to you, let me give you the rest of the course outline here. The primary format is mainly video, so it can be hard for students to all be at the training at the same time. So you will actually get a secure login to access a members area. So each session I record it the same day, you get it. This is not drip fed or anything like that. So I can cover any questions you might have. I'll include those questions in the video. I'll also set it up so that you can log in and go back to any previous lessons and do refreshers. So even months later, if you think, hey, what was that lesson? I need to recap or refresh on it, you'll be able to log in and go over that lesson again. So each week you get a new lesson with action steps. Then through the week, you have support to get that done. If you get stuck through the week, you can hit me up and I'll help you out with getting over those hurdles. Now, we don't want you to be alone in this. We want you to get each week down so we can keep moving and make this shift in your life. Now, you also get all my tools. This is pretty exciting that I will be using along the way. So that includes plugins, business plans, flow charts, mind maps, templates, anything that you see me use in a training session, it's included in the program. So there's no surprises. Everything you need to do, what I'm doing, is included in this program. Now, we've also got the weekly Q&A sessions. These are fantastic because it's a bit like having a personal coach or having access to somebody who can answer your questions for you. And we don't judge you for the questions. You can ask whatever, and you should ask whatever. So every week, if you have questions about what we're doing or related or even about something totally different, bring your questions to the Q&A and we'll get your questions answered. So included in this program, you'll receive a skill set for life. So how to make money with plugins and software, both for online and offline. You get 100% done for you branded plugin, and I'm doing the branding for you so you know it's going to be done properly, that you can convert into a 5- and 6-figure business. Okay? Like I taught you today. Like I taught you today, we take one product, we create multiple licenses, we find out who that product's for, we get very specific, and we turn one product into a business. So awesome, with this course, in your first month, you actually get that product. You get that product fully branded, ready for you. And this is not some product that 100 other people have out there. This is a product that's made for this batch of students, and we brand it for you so it's nothing like anyone else's. And then I help you target and go after the right clients for that particular product. It's really exciting. So that's the 100% done for you branded plugin you can convert into a 5- and 6-figure business. We get the weekly Insider members only Q&A sessions where we get all your questions answered, and we get lifetime access to all the training. You get lifetime access to come back and do refreshers for all the training, and this is awesome. You also get the private partner program. You can make high ticket commissions, 50-50, giving cool stuff away. Now that actually includes this program. So it's a little bit like you're a partner, founding partner in the program, where you'll get exclusive rights into a private partner program where I'll make it really easy for you. I'll give you a whole bunch of stuff, cool stuff that you can give away for free, and then I can upsell them into the program if it's a good fit for them, and hey, you make 50% on all those sales. So there's a complete program to get you off into a flying start, and no more messing around, no more doing half-hearted things and jumping from one thing to another. This is the complete Software Profits program that you can join me and make a business out of these plugins. So this is the Software Profits Master Program. I would love for you to be a part of it. I've been talking a lot